So, first movie? The only movie.
Well, it's probably going to be the only movie. It's getting a little late start here. You want to draw?
Let you go.
Oh, I'm feeling magical. Don't be a long one.
We're all sticking together. Don't be alive.
It's one of mine.
Oh, okay.
And it's probably a short one. 1991's If Looks Could Kill. Mr. Richard Grieco. Alright, I think that's on Amazon. We'll do the Welcome to Basement Movie Room again.
This movie is brought to you with limited
What
interruptions.
movie is it playing now?
Let's go.
Yeah, just get out of there.
Feds.
Feds is hilarious, actually. Okay, so we just got done with another one of our 1990 to 1995 picks. If you haven't seen our picks, you can watch a previous video on our YouTube channel with all our picks. They're all in a hat. We drew randomly. That may be our next pick. Drew out of a hat randomly what we would watch. And we fell on one of my picks from 1991. If Looks Could Kill, starring Richard Grieco. So, I don't know how many people have honestly seen this movie.
No, I've never seen it.
Because it's not a very well-known movie, in my opinion. I'm sure people are going to, if you comment, let us know you've seen this movie, because I think it's a great movie. I watched it so many times. It's pretty freaking hilarious. But basically, the plot is, and this is going to be a quick review. I say that, and then we did like 12 to 13 minutes on our reviews last time. So, basically, the plot of the movie is there's something going on in Europe where a lot of these finance ministers from countries in Europe are dying, and the European agency gets with the Americans to bring in a top CIA agent by the name of Michael Corbin. And it just so happens that we have a Michael Corbin who's just graduated high school and needs to go to France to finish a credit because he didn't actually graduate. He needed a French class credit. So he's going to Europe. He gets mistaken identity. The real Michael Corbin gets killed in the airport. And he answers a call for Michael Corbin that was supposed to be for the other Michael Corbin. The other Michael Corbin actually answered a call from his mom. And he talks to him. He doesn't know what's going on. He ends up getting a first-class ticket for the other Michael Corbin, ends up in Europe, where the British intelligence picks him up and is mistaken. They think he's the Michael Corbin super agent who's so in deep cover that he won't break his cover. And that's why they think he's acting the way he is. And they're sending him to protect this guy named August Steranko, who played by the guy who played the Sheriff of Nottingham and Robin Hood Men in Tights. He's been in a lot of stuff. But he's actually a bad guy, and they don't know that. But he's planning to kill all the people in power positions in Europe, mint all their gold into his own coins, and have an empire of his own, and be which Augustus, of course, Caesar Augustus. You know, it's going along with that theme. So Michael just kind of mishaps his way through the whole movie, kind of just accidentally doing things and ultimately winning the battle against Steranko. He meets Gabrielle Anwar's character, who is the daughter of a British Secret Service agent, basically James Bond. Yeah. His name is Blade, but he's played by Roger Daltrey. You see him at the very first get killed. And Gabrielle Anwar is trying to get back at the people. She knows Steranko's the bad guy. She tells our Michael Corbin that he's the bad guy, and he helps. And the plot kind of moves really fast, honestly, in this movie. Yeah. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's goofy, and he just mistakes his way through surviving this whole movie. So that's the basic plot. I won't ruin anything else, but he wins. I mean, that's kind of the biggest spoiler. But come on, it's Richard freaking Grieco.
It was a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. This movie's so much fun.
You know, and like the pacing for this movie, it kept you going. It kept you interested. It was something was always going on.
Yeah, it's just action.
Like there was nothing like, oh, okay, let's go.
It's action. Let's go. Yeah. And when it's not action, it's mostly comedy.
It was fun, and this movie didn't take itself serious at all.
I like the whole French teacher thing with his French teacher, them thinking she's a secret agent as well, and they find some records of a person they think is the French teacher and says she's been disappeared for 20 years.
They're using certain code words. you know,
It
Yeah.
just all of it's really stupid,
It's-
but
but funny.
It's funny.
it's a comedy, and it's a fun comedy.
It is. It's a
From the
fun
90s.
action comedy
Yeah,
for sure.
action comedy. Yeah,
It's goofy though.
good time. Yeah.
But it is a lot of fun. I would recommend people watch it if you haven't seen
Some
it.
of the sets were really.
Yeah, the
well
model
done.
work at the end there. I mean, the whole mansion is clearly just a miniature,
Yeah,
and then the helicopter when it crashes you could tell it's a miniature, but it's well done.
it still looks good.
It's
yeah.
well done. I
And
don't.
the scene with where they got the gold vat and all that. That whole set looks pretty.
It's 100%
awesome.
out of a James Bond movie.
Yeah,
You would expect to see a lot of this stuff in a James Bond movie.
You got your James Bond.
Yeah.
You got a little Die Hard in there.
Yeah, old
You know,
Die
they
Hard.
kind of mixed in a few things.
Little Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator.
Yeah, they
Get
really
your
just
one-liners
yeah.
and all that.
They-
It was fun.
yeah, they pull from all kinds of movies for this, and Grieco's great in it. He's very good in it. Honestly, he plays the role perfectly. Even though he's supposed to be a high school student, he's clearly like in his late 20s
Yeah,
at this point.
absolutely.
You know, but Richard Grieco, of course, from 21 Jump Street was where he made his name, along with Johnny Depp and a lot of other people in that show went on to do other things. Not as big as Johnny Depp, but Grieco had a pretty good career even after that. Not great. Last thing I remember seeing him in was Night at the Roxbury,
Night at the
where he has a
Roxbury.
cameo as himself, essentially. And I'm looking on the screen, Booker. I don't know what Booker is, but that's Grieco and Booker. And I guess, was he in Baywatch, maybe? I don't know if he was in Baywatch or something. But yeah, movie's a lot of fun, a little goofy, but well worth a watch, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that's a movie that would have been on USA Up all night.
For sure.
Yeah.
You have the whole scene with the bad Bond girl, Areola Canasta.
Yeah.
Areola, come on. What other kind of name is that?
Yeah.
You can see that Austin Powers, like Jay Roach and Mike Myers, had probably seen this movie and pulled some stuff out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, even though most of that's Bond.
It's mostly
but
Bond. Yeah.
like they play Baccarat in this movie, and it's so similar to the Baccarat scene in Austin Powers. It's just it's great. I mean, it's a really terrific, fun movie. So that's all I got to say about this one.
I mean, main word, fun.
Oh yeah, fun.
Yeah.
So I guess we can rate it real quick.
I mean,
you wanna go first?
It's kind of a tough one to rate.
It is, because it's
I
not
mean,
great by any means, but it's so much fun.
On the fun level, I would go. I would go with 3.5 out of 5, maybe 4.
Easily right in that area.
Yeah.
But as a movie,
as a movie, it's probably like a 2.5.
I'd give it a 3, right in the middle.
Oh,
Why
you don't
not?
do
3
halves.
out of 5. I do have.
Oh, you do have?
But I'm gonna just go 3, right in the middle, because it's not by any means gonna change your life. It's not an Oscar winner or anything, but it is a ton of fun. It really is. All right, so
It's not bored.
No,
At
it's not
all,
boring.
all the time.
It's breezy.
Yeah.
It's only like an hour and a half, hour and 26 minutes or something like that.
That's perfect.
I love 90-minute movies.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah. All right, so
we have a couple of movies that are not.
No, there's not some.
here.
There's some non-fun movies in there. We're gonna draw our next movie now.
If we get